I'm a 40-year-old and I reached Diamond 1 with only 200 comp hours, playing 2 to 3 games a day, with zero experience playing competitive FPS games before picking up Valorant. And I'm here to tell you how I climbed out of silver. Now, I know what you're thinking. What? I have way more hours than that and I'm still silver. Well, hi, still silver. I'm dad. Anyway, in this video, I'm going to tell you 3 things I focused on when I started my climb, why they worked for me, and how I was able to master them. All right, kids, put your phones down. It's dinner time. If you're worried about your aim, then you have your priorities skewed. Aim isn't your problem. You need to learn how to move. Good aim will never compensate for poor movement. Now, there are many guides out there, but as woohoojin's student, I followed his guide to gold routine, the original one. I'm old school like that. He currently has an updated guide that is a little more effective. Now, before we get into anything else, I know you're not going to like what I'm about to tell you, but trust me. This is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you. Do the gold guide and DM, or TDMs. You figure that out for yourself. If you don't like the gold guide, find something that allows you to work on your movement and use that as your routine. The important thing is that you do this routine plus your DMs or TDMs separate from comp. It's not a warm-up, it's a practice. Gunfight hygiene. You need to learn to burst, strafe, burst, and learn when it's optimal to use close quarter run and gun. Integrate that from practice into DM and then DM into comp. Once you can learn how to do that, you'll start to see this click happen very quickly. Finally, self-review your practices as well as your comps. The only way that I was able to take the woohoojin benchmarks, the gold guide expectations, and the gunfight hygiene and integrate that into my gameplay into comp was to constantly self-review in order to keep the focus as top of mind so that when I played, I knew what I needed to accomplish. Remember, when you go into trainings, you have to push yourself every single time. Just going through the motions is not going to help you improve. Strategy does not apply to you. You aren't playing Valorant, you're playing a shooting game that looks like Valorant. If you can't win fights, there's no amount of strategy that's going to help you win games consistently. In this section, I'm going to tell you the steps I took to transition training to practice and then practice to comp, so that I could simply focus on my fighting and worry about strategy after I climb. As a little hint, when I was your age, we had this thing called ego swinging. Now, don't tell your mom I'm telling you this, but I'm pretty sure it's why she started dating me. All right. Swing everything. If you expect yourself to be the best person in the lobby, you will eventually become the best person in the lobby. Remember to limit test yourself. Try to come out of every fight with 1 HP. Just keep moving. Focus on your burst strafe burst training. See how long you can survive fights until you get the overflick drill nailed down from the gold routine. Until you hit gold, mute your team and agent select. They aren't going to help you be better, you're not going to help them play better, just fight. If you need someone to tell you you're terrible, just give me a call, I'll take care of that. As a little hack, you should want to lose these games while you're trying to figure this out. The second this click happens, you'll shoot out of silver and well into gold. Now I'm going to tell you how I was able to accomplish the previous segment so efficiently with my limited time. In a word, it's called consistency. Because in this house, we eat our vegetables and do our mech training every day. First things first, set up a schedule so you can see how often you can play. I originally started playing 7 days a week and then adjusted my calendar so that I could play 5 days a week, at least 2 games a day. Secondly, you need to find out how many games you can play every day and still feel like you're trying hard. It's optimal to play between 3 and 5. For me, that number was 3, and sometimes I limited it to 2. Finally, do mech training every day, even on days you don't play comp. You need to also make sure you do the DMs or the TDMs, whichever one you choose. Because I made sure to do my mech training even on my off days, I was able to keep up the muscle memory so that when I did go back to playing comp, I wasn't losing a step. It is okay to miss days, it's even okay to take a break, but you have to get back to your routine as quickly as you can. If you need to move things around on your schedule or your calendar, then do that. Just find the optimal balance and stick to it. Alright, Don't tell your mom I told you any of this. You're supposed to be studying, but I felt like we needed a little bonding time. Now get back to your homework, but when it's time to play, go make me proud, kiddos.
They think they can kill me.